So for those of you who watch my channel a lot, you're already familiar that I own a lot of energy efficient appliances like an induction cooktop, my heat pump water heater, my heat pump washer and dryer, my mini splits that I use for both, and they're very high SEER, like high SEER 2 rated mini splits for air conditioning and heating, my heat pump water heater that I own. So my home is very efficient, and the reason I do that is because I try to stay off grid as much as possible and not use the grid unless I need it for backup. If my solar panels aren't producing any energy and my batteries get ran to the point where they're below 20%, I go back to grid. Now, most of my energy usage, and that's even with a giant well and an above ground 240 volt pressure pump that pressurizes the water to 5 different homes on my property, which I all run off my solar system. Still, my mini splits for heating and air conditioning are still my biggest energy draw in my home. So I've already gotten my home as energy efficient as I can. So the next thing I wanted to try to do is make my house more, I guess, better insulated. So it got me thinking that I want to make sure my house is as insulated as it can be, make sure I don't have any bad seals around doors that are letting in heat. So I found a tool that I can basically do that or check that, and it's affordable. And it's this Topdon TC002 infrared camera that you can plug right into your charging port on your iPhone or iPad. Or if you get the TC001 model, you can plug that into your Android. So I got this so I can see exactly where I'm losing heat or bringing heat in or losing heat out, for instance, in the wintertime when I'm trying to keep my house warm. And I'll leave a link to both the version for the iPhone and for the Android in the description of this video. Now, I've looked at these infrared cameras before, the handheld ones that you can point and shoot, and they were all running $3, $4, much as like $800 for ones that had decent reviews. So that was a while ago. That was just not an option for me to go ahead and do that. But now the prices came down quite a bit. This one has reviews that are excellent, and this thing is $229 right now. And this is a high resolution camera as well. And it can take temps in Fahrenheit from -4 degrees all the way to over 1,000 degrees. And while you're using it, you can actually take snapshot photos, or you can actually record a video while you do it as well. So for those of you who need to use this for work to send to customers, it has that feature. That should be really handy to you. And also keep in mind that this infrared camera can be used for iPhone 7 and above. And it can work at a distance of 16 or up to 16.4 feet. So let's check this thing out and see how to get it unboxed and started. Here's what you're going to get in the package when you open it up. You get the little dongle to plug into your iPhone, which that fits right into the iPhone I have here. Actually, it's my wife's iPhone, since I'm filming on mine. And it gives you this USB-C cable, which I don't need. So let's get that plugged in. So you're going to face the little camera end out, obviously, so you can hold the camera and see it. Let's slide this in. Now, the first time I plugged this in, a pop-up came up right away asking me if you wanted to download the app. So I ended up saying no, just because I wanted to put that on camera. And now that I have it on camera, it's not doing it. So let's just search Topdon here in the App Store. I'm going to search that, see if I can find the app. This is the one that I believe it was, the top infrared. So I'm going to go ahead and hit get on that. Install it. All right, we got it loaded. Let's open that up. Okay, I'm not sure what that is yet. To ensure accurate temperature measurement, set relevant parameters before. Nope, nothing there. All right, we're going to hit next. Enable thermal imaging. Got it. Enable thermal imaging. I'd like to access your photos. You're going to have to hit yes on that in order to use the camera. So allow access photos. And it says the tip here to ensure accurate temperature measurement. Check whether the emissivity parameters are correct. Celsius for now, just to get it started. I think I got it working, so let's try it out. And to actually change it from Celsius to Fahrenheit, looks like it comes standard in Celsius. You're going to want to hit the back arrow here, back out. And then you're going to want to click on the Learn More button in the bottom right-hand corner here. And you'll see where it says Temperature Unit. You're going to want to click on that. Change it to Fahrenheit. There we go. Save it. Now it should be all set. Now let's click on this button here and enable thermal imaging. Confirm. And there we go. We are now in Fahrenheit. So we can give this thing a shot. All right, so here's how this thing works. See how it's purple? Those are the areas that are obviously cooler. If I kind of zoom way in, 69 degrees there. Of course, we have a door here as well, so you can see the door is much hotter. But relative, it says it's hotter, but what does that say? 80, 85, 86. And it's about 90 outside right now. But this is a great tool just to be able to really check out your seal and see how much heat's coming through like the area where the seal is, and you can add a better seal to it. You can see it's only 80. It's about 86, so I wouldn't say that's terrible, but it's not great. But this is like a manufactured home, so it's not built for amazing insulation anyway. But you can get a good idea of your house and how well insulated it is if you have a real hot spot in your wall where it's obvious it's much hotter. Um, this thing will show you. Or another thing is your electrical panel. You can catch a breaker before it fails also by opening it up. And you can literally put the camera on your breakers and see if any of them are running really hot. You can see on mine, one's running hot down there, that double pull breaker. I move my camera out of the way, but that's the air conditioning. So it's running, and still, even though it says it's hot relative, it's only 75 degrees, 80 degrees. So, I mean, if a breaker was failing, you'd probably see it around, I don't know, 150, 170 degrees, something like that. So, pretty neat device, though. For those of you who need an inexpensive option, this is running $229 right now. So it beats the heck out of buying the handheld ones, the gun style ones that are, I don't know, what are those now, $400 to $700. So easy to use. I'll put it on the air conditioning vent. You see the air conditioning vent up there. How it works. Yeah, 45 degrees. It's kind of hard to read, but yeah, this thing passed the test. This thing's awesome. Now, as you can see, this thing is very easy to use. So if you're in the market for one of these infrared cameras that are very simple to set up, accurate, has great reviews, and it's actually pretty affordable, I think this is an option you should take a look at. It's worked great for me thus far. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you find this type of information useful, and we'll see you in the next video.